Hello, everyone. Coming up here for the Halloween Havoc Predict the Outcome Special. Halloween Havoc coming your way later tonight. Here on the Pro Wrestling Show, got continuing coverage. You see some of these faces that will be a part of Halloween Havoc, including the championship match for the NXT Championship. As you see right here, Trick Williams and Ricky Saint. Ricky Saint set to defend the NXT Championship against former champion Trick Williams. And Trick Williams get back on the hunt and get back his championship aspirations after he lost the TNA Championship. Trick saying that he's aiming to be the NXT champion once again. We'll see about that. Speaking of that, Blake Monroe might have an opportunity to become a champion herself. Blake goes one-on-one against Zarya for the Women's North American Championship. We'll get to that as well as JC Jane defends her NXT Women's Championship against Tatum Paxley. JC Jane keep her momentum as Women's Champion. We'll talk about it. We get the NXT ring report for the Halloween Havoc Predict the Outcome Special right here, right now, here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. All right. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started with this right here. Let's get things started with this tag team match. As you can see right here. Then get that Halloween music right here. Javon Evans and Leon Slate. Leon Slate, the X Division champion from TNA, taking on a new team called La Parca and Mr. Iguana. They're from AAA, and they've been kind of making a lot of noise in AAA, especially Mr. Iguana. Mr. Iguana loves to bring that iguana puppet of his. We know Javon won his match this past, not Javon, but Leon won his match this past week. Both of them are nearly 20 years old. They still probably got 20 years in them. Man, the future is looking so bright as Mr. Iguana and La Parca issued the challenge after Leon Slate and Javon Evans won a form a new tag team, which I don't blame him. You know, that's the kind of thing I would do. Shawn Michaels real smart on that. I can give Shawn Michaels a real wrestling savvy and smart. Well, looks like we're gonna get this team right here, Javon Evans and Leon Slate, getting the win over Mr. Iguana and La Parca. Mr. Iguana and La Parca gonna put up a fight, but Javon Evans and them, these 20-year-olds are ready. They like they can be brothers or something. Javon Evans and Leon, like they can be brothers. You never know. They like to be brothers or cousins. But we'll see that. But we know who's gonna win. Javon and Leon are gonna win, and that's just that. Hey, good in that order. Speaking of that, one of the women's matches that will be on the line at Halloween Havoc. This is the first women's match right here, as you see. As we see Blake Monroe looking for getting herself an opportunity for a championship. Blake Monroe taking on Zarya. Blake Monroe was originally supposed to take on Solo Roca. This past week, Solo Roca announced that she won't be able to defend her championship due to injury. And Solo Roca made the unfortunate decision that she wanted to vacate the her North American Championship. But Zarya came in, and Zarya said, "No, you need to let me to help you defend it." Blake wanted the championship to herself. Blake thought she was going to get the championship, be relinquished, and vacated and given to her. But it looked like Zarya saying, "No, I want to fight for it. I want to fight in Solo's place." So we know that Zora Roca will still be the North American champion, but she'll be like, she'll still be the champion, but like Zarya will be the interim champion. That's what it looks like to me. So we could get that coming up as well. So Blake Monroe and Zarya go one-on-one, and Blake Monroe took a nasty F5 landing, and it did for her. So we'll see. But look for Blake Monroe to not win, and Zarya winning in behalf of Solo Roca. So we'll see how that's going to play out eventually and stuff like that. Oh, hey, we'll see. Speaking of more championship matches, we go to this right here. The tag team championships on the line. The Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff taking on Dark State. But the Hardy Boys decided that they needed to reinvent themselves, and it's the fun spirit of being at Halloween Havoc that they wanted to do so. They had went to the land of recreation and went down, and well, we're gonna get woken broken Matt Hardy and brother Nero taking on Dark State. They call it the State of Dark and stuff. So they will take them on for the tag team championship. I mean, we kind of know who's gonna win. Look for probably perhaps Dark State winning back the tag team championships from the Woken Hardys, the Broken Hardys, and the Broken Hardys will put up a fight. It just won't be a fight enough for them. So we'll see. We can tell you that right now. Also, too, JC Jane defends her NXT Women's Championship against Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley getting her first shot at the NXT Women's Championship. Tatum Paxley said she's gonna make more work for it and stuff. So we kind of know JC Jane versus Tatum Paxley. This happened with when Tatum won the Battle Royal to be crowned the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship. But before we go, we mean right here, the Broken Heart is right here coming to the land of recreation. So we forgot to put that photo in. We're sorry. But like we said, Tatum Paxley could be leaving Halloween Havoc as a women's champion over you know who. What's her name? JC Jane. JC Jane could be ducking out, but Tatum Paxley wants to make sure that what she did. But Tatum did win that Battle Royal to earn herself the opportunity of a lifetime to go against JC. So we'll see if that's going to be the way, or will we see Toxic Attraction get what's coming to them down the road. So there's a lot of stuff going on as well. So look for JC Jane to retain her women's championship over Tatum Paxton. Tatum Paxton's gonna put up a fight. The fight just won't be enough, as we could tell you that right now as we see. But look for JC Jane to keep her championship. Well, we get to another championship, the North American Championship, Dawn of the Dead. Ethan Page defends the North American Championship against El Del Higo. Can Ethan Page do the impossible and defeat El Del Higo? He even came in Mexican garb, Mexican paint to get himself ready. So Ethan Page getting himself to the point that he wants to make sure that he's going to make a lasting impression at Halloween Havoc than what he did. But Ethan Page getting called by Elden Vecchino, and we saw it right there, and the match is officially made. So we'll see that match coming up and coming forward and stuff. And looking for Ethan Page to go a bar all night, all out, stuff to get to the point that he needs to get to in order to retain his North American Championship. Ethan Page is going to go all out and all about. Yeah, right there. Well, like we said, we get into this. The main event. The main event of the night will be this. Frick Williams challenging new champion Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints defeated Oba Fenby, which that's impossible to do. But Ricky Saints did it. And Ricky Saints wants to prove that he is a fighting champion. And he wants to prove against the best. And Trick Williams feeling a little bit disgruntled, feeling salty of not winning back his TNA championship. He lost that to Mike Santana. He did the favor and lost it to Mike Santana. Now these two will clash and meet coming up for the NXT championship. This past week was the contract signed to make things official. General manager Ava was sitting at ringside to say, "Hey, this was going on, and how can we get to the point like what you were getting to?" The general manager made them both sides and had no contact clause each other. and stuff because Trick Williams cost Team NXT the match against TNA last a couple weeks ago for Showdown, and now we see that there are some trouble. Well, Trick Williams did not see this. He took Ricky Saints lightly. Ricky Saints slammed him to the table. Ricky Saints proving a statement that Ricky Saints saying that he's going to leave NXT Halloween Havoc with his championship intact, and he's going to do so, but he has to make sure that he has his bases covered. The bases could be covering for that for Halloween Havoc. Like we said, that's going to be a Halloween Havoc version of a match that we're going to see and that we're going to looking forward to. But like I said, Ricky Saints still fresh from winning the NXT Championship. I don't see Ricky Saints losing the championship this soon like that. Look for Ricky Saints to still be NXT champion. That's the story for Trick Williams. What's next for Trick Williams? Trick Williams, I mean, it look like he might go to the main roster because SmackDown need new faces. And hopefully Trick Williams will be utilized right for SmackDown and not be just, go up there and then they don't have nothing for him to do like they did with Carmelo Hayes and stuff. So my prayers are kind of set aside with that. Like, hey, long as you don't mess up Trick Williams, because Trick Williams has done it all. He won the TNA championship. He's a former NXT champion. So Trick Williams has done it all. Trick Williams getting himself ready, getting himself psyched for what's the future come. I can see Trick Williams being a WrestleMania main eventer down the road. This might be his final swan song, giving it to Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints winning over Trick Williams and getting the victory as well. So a lot of matches coming, moving parts for Halloween Havoc. So Halloween Havoc is going to really be real special. Like we said, we're going to see the Hardy Boys, the TNA NXT champions, and maybe if the Hardy Boys win, we could probably see this match before they drop the belts and perhaps get in the Hall of Fame soon. Because the Hardy Boys going to be in the Hall of Fame sooner rather than later. But either I think it's be the Hardy Boys or Demolition, one of the two is going to get the nod into the Hall of Fame. But I would love to see the Hardy Boys versus the new team of Javon and Leon. Who would love to see that? I would, but we'll have to wait and see about that and stuff. So looking forward to seeing that as well. Like we said, Halloween Havoc coming your way. Look for Ricky Saints to retain his championship over Trick Williams. Trick Williams will be probably moving on. We haven't seen Oval Family in quite some time neither. So they kind of gonna make Trick Williams kind of move on from there. Well, this has been your Halloween Havoc Predict the Outcome special. Don't forget, immediately following Halloween Havoc, well, hell, the Pro Wrestling Show Halloween Havoc review or recap, whatever one of them for Halloween Havoc. Did I get my predictions right? We'll have to wait and see about that. Most of the time with NXT, I do get them right, but we kind of going by ear basis. So, for me being Kendrick Dix, saying so long, we'll see you immediately following Havoc for the review show here on the Pro Wrestling Show.